Hello, good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever it is you're watching this. Welcome to another issue of Talk of the Tiger. I'm your host, Paul Brown. He is the rock star. Good morning, Mr. Jim Peterik. How are you doing, sir?
Living the dream, having so much fun. I love busy. It's been so busy, all with rock and roll. It could be worse, right?
Yeah, you have been busy,
Yeah.
and it's not letting up any. So let's dig right into it. You just got back. You and Colin went down to the Virgin Islands to participate in a very special event. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, it was amazing. The father and son thing is so special for me, but it was a major fundraiser to build a school in St. Thomas. And we were we got a standing ovation when we hit the stage, and I said on the mic, "Well, we could just quit now. We got our standing ovation." And it just went from there. And Colin was a wonderful counterpoint musically. He played every song, keyboards, and sang harmony, and people were loving it. We got like four standing ovations within the set. So it was very rewarding. We helped raise so much money
Good.
along with a group called Old Dominion out of Nashville who are amazing, and Mac McAnally, who was he was Jimmy Buffett's guy for years,
Yeah.
and what a talent! And everyone got along so well. It was just really magic.
That's very cool. I'm glad that went well. And yeah, you're right. It's all for a very good cause. And from one party, you and Karen headed down to another party. You headed down to
Woo!
New Orleans. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, Mardi Gras. Yeah, that's a wild time. That's all I can say. People like to drink there a lot.
I've heard that.
But I got to lead the parade and throwing beads. It's all about beads, right? Yeah, Christine Trammell Barnhill sherped me around and showed me off, and she's just amazing. Her husband is great too. Uh, but Mardi Gras is crazy time,
Yeah.
and I mean, you didn't have to peel me off the sidewalk or anything like that, but I had a few pops, it happens.
You're in Mardi Gras. You have to have some drinks.
You do. And the beads, precede me. I got to throw beads to the parade route, and people were like grabbing them, and it was chaos.
Awesome. That's the thing I've always it's always sounded like fun. It also sounds scary. So I've been to New Orleans when they weren't doing Mardi Gras. So
Even better.
yeah. All right. Speaking of party, the Ides just got done. Well, it's Jim Peterik and friends. So I mean that of course includes the family. You guys just got done doing 2 nights at Hey Nonny up in Arlington Heights, and you had a very special guest who's a longtime member of the family.
Long time member. Yeah, Megan McDonough, she is incredible. And she was our only guest on this show. Through the years, we've had many guests, a lot of multiple guests, Colin, Marcette, and we gave her the co-producing slot. And Megan is amazing. She held her own. In fact, she's coming back there based on her performance with us
Nice.
in a couple months. But she's magic, and she. do- I love bringing her on because the first time we ever met Megan many years ago, and we did the Jerry G. Bishop before Sound Stages thing called Made in Chicago, and she was on the bill. And she came out there right before the ads went on and started singing about "I'm strung out on Mickey Mouse." And I reminded her about that song, and she found it in her archives. And it's just an amazing song. But Megan is such a dear, and she brought down the house. And like I said, she'll be back there based on her performance with us.
No, it's very cool. Good for her. I'm glad you guys had fun. Those are always nice intimate shows
Yeah.
at Hey Nonny. So all right. Now, Pride of Lions. We've been talking about it for a while, and it's getting closer to reality because everything has been submitted. All of the tracks, all the artwork, and everything is all in the hands of Frontiers now. So we're getting close.
Yeah, it's just probably about a month away for the release. The video is just wrapped. You saw the video, Paul saw the video. And I got to say, Paul Brown, the guy I'm talking to, had a lot to do with curating all the information and the lyrics and thank you, Paul.
You're very
And
welcome. It's fun. And I
uh,
got to tell you fans out there that be prepared for this because there's a lot of tracks on here. I mean, there are some that are going to be familiar to you as Pride of Lions music. There's a few on there that just tear it up. Mike really, man, his fingers are smoking on him. And it's some of those are just like totally new sounding for what you guys do. So that's going to be
well,
cool.
yeah, well, Unbridled is the title track. Yeah, and the artwork for Unbridled with the horses, the chrome horses, Mark Alano is brilliant,
Yeah.
and he did the cover. And then Nello, the art director in Italy, did all the booklet, and it's incredible. And the photographs, by
They're almost all by Christie. There's one that's by another
yeah,
photographer, but yeah,
Lisnick's guy, yeah, but
yeah.
he knocked it out of the park, and the images are so good. And the video just wrapped, and you saw it, right?
Yes, I did.
Unbridled.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really good. Uh, Greg Bizzaro is well, he's been doing my videos for about, good Lord, how many years?
forever. Yeah.
20 years. Anyway, he outdid himself, and Mike Aquino, he does this free form guitar solo at the beginning of Unbridled, and he had to learn what he did, you know.
So he could do it again.
Yeah, you have
Uh,
to do it again now. You have to mime to what you imagined. And he did it. He got every note perfect. And with the horses galloping and Toby and me rocking it. And
yeah.
yeah, I just saw it for the first time this morning, and it's just incredible.
Yeah, I love it. It's like, hey, Mike, you know that thing you totally improvised and made up? Do it again exactly the way you did it then. So,
Learn what you
yeah, yep.
ad lib. Yeah,
So, yeah,
he did.
I'm excited to see this come out because, like you said, having been a part of this process, shepherding it to this point, it'll be great to see it all together as one thing and out for everybody to be able to get.
Now, how about Larry Millis on bass, right?
Yeah.
Really cool. And of course,
Wearing
Eddie.
wearing the stylish hat, Larry's looking very suave. Yep.
Looked very suave and DeBoner. Anyway, but Eddie Breckenfeld, just incredible. Mike Aquino, Larry Millis, me, I'm amazing. Well, that goes without saying. But
Yeah.
yeah, Greg Bizzaro just rocked it.
Yep.
So very
Perfect.
soon it will be out.
That'll be good. And because, having a day off is not on your thing, you and Larry and Toby hop on an airplane tomorrow and fly over to Italy.
Yeah, this is a big thing. It's the 30th anniversary of Frontiers. And they have probably invited 15 groups. So, but that's great. But we only get two numbers each. But it's going to be a party, a big party. And they requested Serafino. He's the head of Frontiers, and Mario is his henchman. Great, also requested the two, and it's Sound of Home,
Hmm.
which was on the very first Part of Lions album in 2002. And I knew when we recorded that this was going to be an important song in our repertoire. And it is. And that's the song they wanted. And then we're closing with Eye of the Tiger, a little ditty I wrote for Rocky 3. So, yeah,
It never really went anywhere. So it's good that people are going to get to hear it
yeah, thank God. I told you it went, how many billion streams?
a lot. You got an
10
award for it.
10 billion streams. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have in downstairs in my great room. There it is. So if I get depressed, I look at that. I did that.
You did that. Yep.
Yeah, with a little help, but yeah. but it was a lot of fun. So
That was also the very first video for Pride of Lions, too.
it was,
Yeah, that was shot, if I remember correctly, that was shot around your house
yeah,
for the most part. Yeah.
yeah. I have to look at that again, but I'm just learning the song again. So one thing at a time.
Yeah.
I think I got it. Yeah,
That was, what was 2002. So that was a
yeah,
while ago.
it is. So we're
It's
leaving
hard to
now.
believe it's been that long.
Crazy.
I know. That also means we're both getting older because I
No, not
remember
me.
when that started.
I know. Well, we've put on a lot of miles, and it
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, all righty.
We
Well, that's
cover
enough for
everything.
today. So, you've got things to do. You got packing to do. You got to wash and fold the underwear and socks and get ready to head off to Italy. So, you guys have a good time, and we'll talk about it when you get back.
Thanks,
And
Paul.
we'll definitely let people know as soon as we have a release date for Unbridled. And
You saw the T-shirt, right?
oh
This is
yeah, you're
a
wearing
Zeppelin T-shirt.
that's from
This
the
one
Led Zeppelin
film,
show. Yeah, that the Ides played up in
right?
Canada.
Winnipeg, yeah. And we were invited to a big party at their hotel penthouse, and it was wild. And I'm like 18 years old or 19, excuse me,
Kid from Berwyn.
and from Berwyn. And we go into this room, and there's like it's like an orgy, basically. Robert Plant greeted us at the door, and we walk in, and we never saw anything like this. Not in Berwyn anyway. And after a while, I look at Larry, Larry looks at Mike, Mike looks at Bob, and we politely excused ourselves, and we went across the street and got donuts.
Yeah.
And we were back in our comfort zone.
Yeah, 1970s rock star partying. It's not what you guys from Berwyn are used to.
We were we weren't ready for all we saw,
Nope.
but it was fun.
But you
Well,
got the memories, and now you got the T-shirt. So,
yep,
and of course, for those who aren't really familiar, there was a problem with that show, in that you guys opened and tore it up, and the newspapers were talking about how awesome the Ides were,
yeah,
and didn't necessarily talk that much about Led Zeppelin.
it was yeah, it was pretty amazing. And that girl, she loved the Ides of March, and I can't remember her name right now, but she obviously favored us.
Yep. Well, we all have seen you guys live. We know how good you are. So
Well, we keep rocking, man.
there
We
you
got
go.
stuff coming up, Ide shows, and can't wait to see you up on the road.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. That's it for this time. And make sure you like and subscribe. Leave comments. Tell us what you think and share this with your friends. And that will all help. And we will talk to you again after you get back from Italy, Jim.
We'll recap. Thanks, Pablo.
Have a safe trip.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Great God in heaven, you know I love you.